Chapter 15 PowerPoint lecture. Okay, first I hope everyone's doing well. Make sure you keep up with your assignments. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, always feel free to reach out to me. And again here, today the big thing we talk about is job order production. How does job order cost even work? And the big between job costing and process cost we'll talk about next chapter. Job costing talks about if it's a large, unique product. A lot of times it's custom made, built to order. Again, because it's custom made and built to order, a lot of times you can directly trace all the products to each job. Think about, say, you're building your own home. Okay, you get a custom made car, and that's just for you. That was custom made, and they were large, unique. Obviously, they're high cost items. Or if you're just building a building, building a building. Or if you're getting a house built, remember, not all homes, buildings, even cars are the same. Yeah, due to the process, it's going to be they're all just a one size fits all. Let's say bottled water. Like I said, they're all the same products. You're making millions a day. They have very low flexibility. And job order says no, the custom order. Makes you get let's say jewelry, for example. Not all jewelry is the same. Even going to the doctor, everyone's different. There's low production volume. There's very flexibility and high product. And there's very little standardization here. Things here, and again here, tell us about the cost flows here. So we got the big three. You got raw materials, work in process, finished goods, and cost of goods sold. Those will be the standards for job order, even process, and many other systems we'll talk about. Again, the big thing we talk about, because it's for each different product, each one's unique. The big thing we look for a job cost sheet and how they're used. And job cost sheet is very important. The main three things are, like with every product, you have direct materials, direct labor, and overhead. And just for example, says, okay, what's the job? What's the customer's name? What's their address? What's the date we're going to get started? What day we have to get it by? First of all, the big one, look at the materials. What materials are we using? What date? Requisition, where'd it come from? What's the cost? The labor, okay, who worked on what job? What time ticket? How much each person have to be paid? Overhead, remember, overhead is going to be an estimate. It says here, 160% of direct labor. So whatever direct labor is, multiplied by 1.6. So we see the total cost so far on this job is $3,200. Again here, obviously estimated overhead. Remember, work in process. It says, okay. Going back to our T accounts. What's the estimated overhead cost? So it says here, 250% of direct labor. So $250 times 140% direct labor. $350. Total cost here, again here, add them up. Remember, inventory is an asset. Increase with debit should have a debit balance. So he says here, $1,800 divided, so about $9 a shirt. And again, how would you record it? Because again, here it's moving. It's going from work in process to finished goods. So we credit work in process to decrease it, and debit finished goods because now it's in finished goods. Finished goods went up. So it's being transferred. Again, material costs and the flow of material costs and job order costs. Again here, look at different things. Where are materials coming from? Where are they received? Where's the report? Even the ledger cards. Again here, the ledger card here says, okay, not just, what was the cost? How many units did you get? What's the total price here? How much quantity did we order? Where did it come from? What is it? What's the item? It's okay, there's company, Road Warriors. What was the job? Material description. Who requested it? What date? And we see here, okay, with all the jobs, requisition, direct material. Remember, direct materials again. If you notice again, it's moving. It's going from materials to work in process. Okay, we're going to credit raw materials to decrease it, and debit work in process because it's going. Work in process is being increased, raw materials being decreased. Again here, give an example of a need to know one here. And here it says initially when you first buy raw materials, okay, the purchase. It says, they're both being increased here. Materials are going up because there's an inventory account with a debit. You want to credit liabilities, accounts payable, because now it says you owe it. And now it's just being moved like we talked about earlier. And we see the balances here. And again, not just so the balance, what job is it going to? How much is it going to job 1? How much is it going to job 2? And again, remember, these materials we buy on, they don't make themselves. They also have labor costs. Your time ticket. Maybe a lot of times you have to fill out your time ticket on your job. It's okay, What's your employee name? Your number? How many hours do you work? What was your rate? Who approved it here? Maybe you get manager's signature, supervisors. Look at it again here. Add them all up. Okay, for each job, what was the labor per person? And again here, now it says pay wages payable. You owe that. Now it goes to work in process. Every time you log in. And now again, work in process. Credit factor wages payable. So we did earlier. Okay, what was our work in process? Who gets how much? How much direct labor per each job here? And does it go to job A1 or job A2? Okay, another big thing we talked about, the overhead costs. First of all, before you even get started, you got to set a predetermined rate. What should our overhead rate be? And we got to apply estimated overhead, record it, and then of course adjust it. And before you even begin, based on direct labor costs, all right, what should our overhead rate be? How much should it be? So you want to estimate this. Estimate it, again, it says, okay, whatever 160% of direct labor is. So again, you want to increase work in process, credit factory overhead. And again here, it says, okay, in this case, our base will be machine hours, so it says, okay, it should be $150 per machine hour. And we apply it to each job here, job 1, job 2. And record overhead. You want to credit to decrease, and of course, now it's going to work in process because it's being increased. Now we look at how much overhead actually was. Remember, that was only an estimate. Now look at the actual. That's okay. Now according to materials used, all the indirect materials we need. Indirect labor. Now we'll talk about our janitors, supervisors. Again, debit the overhead increase, you credit the payable, of course, to increase that too. Now it's a liability. And all our other overhead costs, from utilities to rent to prepaid insurance, depreciation, so on. Again here, as we showed earlier, it says, all right, here's how much our factory overhead is with everything we have, from raw materials to wages, depreciation, and utilities. Okay, and the next part is that's just a regular depreciation expense. Yeah, summary cost flows here. Again here, start at the beginning, the raw materials, goes to work in process. To finished goods, of course, for finished goods, our goal is to, of course, sell it. It's all flowing together. Yeah, summary cost flow. Yeah, here's a good summary of all the, good examples of all the entries we'll be making. Yeah, schedule cost was manufactured. Yeah, some everything we had. Yeah, the big thing is you look at how much overhead we actually had, how much we applied from earlier, from our estimated rate. Again, look at adjustments. Now, if it's under applied, you want debit cost of goods sold, credit factory overhead. Remember, you want your overhead balance to be zero when you're done. You want to zero it out, so you go to the next period. So we see right here, under applied. We see overhead here has a $5,000 balance. There's a debit balance that's under applied. We didn't apply enough. So you gotta get rid of it. You want to credit factory overhead to get rid of it, make it zero. You want debit cost of goods sold. Now the credit balance scores do the opposite. You want debit factory overhead and credit cost of goods sold. And then pricing services. Again, the whole point why we do this is, again, you want to provide service providers. Total costs include labor overhead. Again, the cost for each individual job tracked separately. Okay. All right, class. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if anyone has any questions. Okay, thank you.